welcome to the Nexus Podcast.
I
Tonight we have Marco from Adder's Fork. Marco, welcome.
well, thank you very much. Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Marco is showing up very late. He's like he's like in the future, guys. He's like 6 hours ahead. So thank you for doing this, even with the time zones.
No worries, and thank you for the opportunity to do this
Absolutely,
because it's
absolutely.
absolutely cool to have this done.
Well, it's
So
really
thanks for
cool to have you here, especially the fact that we are here in the U.S. and you are right now in
Austria, Europe.
Austria. Ain't that fucking cool, guys? I'm always amazed on how where the podcast is touching.
Yeah,
It is
totally.
incredible to see like the reach. Australia, now Austria. I mean, it's just fucking cool.
Absolutely. An important difference between Australia and Austria.
Yes, a very
Happens
big
all the
difference.
time.
A
Yeah,
big difference.
big difference. Yeah.
So, what's the story, Adder's Fork? What's the story? The members, the music, the tell us about it.
Well, there's only me, usually. I do have a good friend who sometimes helps me with bass parts. So if it gets into territories I don't usually write in, he does some bass stuff, which is cool, absolutely. But the ideas are all mine, and I've been doing this for 11 years. So I started in 2012. It took off slowly because I had a big break with playing guitar. So I sold everything I had.
Wow.
Um, yeah, I felt it was over. I had a black metal project earlier with that was never. Uh, it wasn't professional at all, but I did it for fun, you know.
Yeah.
But then the ideas dried up, and my listening behavior changed. So I just had the feeling I didn't have anything else to offer. You know, it's like was all one stiff mix, close view, close mind, and so I just thought, okay, now sell it, do something different. But that didn't hold on for too long, and so the idea came to mix something different into Adder's Fork. Yeah.
So when did you start Adder's Fork?
It was, I think it's November 2012.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it's been a while. And it was in a time, I think you'd probably hear that a lot, a bad time in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been influencing me to this day, even though I'm a much happier person these days. But um, yeah, it was a rough time, and I had lyrics. I just had something to write down, and that transformed into, well, songs, raw
Hmm.
cuts. And then I started thinking about it. Well, you got to do something with that. You just can't have that lay around and rot. So then I started picking up the guitar again. So at first, not even mine, and I broadened my horizons. You know, it was like in these black metal days, I was like this elitist guy who said, "Nah, outside influence is bad, and it's not true enough," and you know all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I started listening to a lot of 80s gothic music and new wave, post punk, and all that stuff. And this vision grew inside me to use these influences together with heavy stuff, with
Yep.
guitar riffs, yeah, and old school bass lines with new stuff. And but at first it was just me crying my heart out with a few simple chords, and call it whining if you will. It's all true. The first demo from 2013 has almost no distorted parts. It's just like the Cure turned noobish, you know.
Yep. Well, we
And
got
so,
to start somewhere. You can't be
yeah,
professional when you start.
totally,
And my
totally,
first songs, they're really simple. There's no harmonies. There's no it's
yeah,
the first song I released, I think there's one track of vocals. That's it. I didn't know what I was doing. The last song I released, I think there was 18 tracks of vocals.
That's a difference.
A big difference after, after 3 years. That's a lot of knowledge. That's just 3 years. I mean, if we keep going, that's how we get the knowledge, right?
Totally, totally.
And there's always
Yeah.
knowledge to gain.
Yeah, it never stops.
Nope, never.
Yeah.
What's the story behind the name Adder's Fork?
It's actually not that impressive because I stumbled upon it.
Okay.
So
There's a
like,
lot, you'd be surprised. A lot of bands say that. They just say,
yeah,
well, I've read something and I was like, oh, that's
yeah,
catchy.
yeah. I don't even know. I don't even remember the exact moment. It was just these witches in Macbeth, in Shakespeare's Macbeth.
Mm-hmm.
They used that fork to mix certain ingredients into that cauldron.
Okay.
Yeah, and this fork was called the Adder's Fork. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and I think
Okay.
that actually is quite fitting to what I'm writing about, and it created a mystery, so slightly at least. So I thought, okay, it's not taken. It's also important.
Yes.
Nowadays, there are two Adder's Forks. Yeah,
Oh,
but I was the one that appeared earlier.
you were the original.
Yeah, the other one's from Australia, by the way.
That's funny.
Yeah, and they
Be-
make Celtic folk music, so we are not having a challenge there.
so
Yeah.
that's completely different. We had another band
Totally.
like that, Statues. And then
Mm-hmm.
you look up Statues, and there's a rock band, and there's the hip hop
Oh,
duo. And that's who I was interviewing, was the hip hop duo. So I was like, oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
way different.
yeah, yeah. It
Uh,
happens, but I think it's better than two metal bands sharing a name,
right?
perhaps in the same country. Yeah.
Right. Would you have
Yeah.
changed your name? If
If I
another
would,
band, if another band would come in and say, "We're Adder's Fork," would you eventually be like, you know what, I'm gonna change my name now?
yeah, I actually thought about that before because you never know. I guess I would do something like Entomb did, AD or something, add something or call it this Adder's Fork. I would yeah, like to have the core to remain intact, but it wouldn't be so bad to change few things to keep trouble away from me. Yeah, I guess I would do that. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
but hasn't happened
uh,
so far.
Fingers
All
crossed.
good.
It's like with the podcast. When
Yeah.
I created the podcast, I was like, what am I gonna call it? And my friend was like, I always
Hmm.
called myself Nix. Everywhere we go, singing apps, my name is Nix. So she was like, how about
Okay.
the NYXUS podcast, which is
Yeah.
close to the word Nexus.
Yeah.
Nexus is the community, so now there's a podcast called the Nexus Podcast.
I thought so.
And now there's the NYXUS podcast. So it's good
Yeah.
for it's good for the algorithm either way.
Yeah.
It's for me it's
Certainly.
because then you type something and it says, "Are you sure you didn't want to say this instead?" And I sometimes get added into that thing. So
Okay.
algorithm, be on my side. Let's go.
Yeah.
How do you make your music, Marco?
Well, here.
Yes.
um, this was previously a storage room, and me and my girlfriend had to make the decision. I told her when I got here, she was already here, yeah, and when I got here, I told her we need one room for my stuff because in my earlier flat I had a bigger room, but it didn't work so well because I love this. This is it's my second home. I
Yeah.
have a door, I close the door, and whatever happens outside, I don't care. I switch it off. Yeah. And this is where I get creative.
Yeah.
And it actually this little room here made it possible to stay here and have cool living conditions plus this little studio. Yeah. And mostly everything I do happens in here. So If I got an idea, I rush into this room and put it down to tape. Yeah. And the other, how should I say that? The other well of ideas comes from mountaineering, actually. So I'm outside a lot. We have in Austria, we're not too far away from the Alps. So uh, with COVID coming, it's almost a cliche these days. But lockdowns and what all we had, I really started realizing how great nature can be, especially at home. Yeah,
You couldn't
and
see anybody, so would you go? You go take a walk, you go take a
you take a
hike, you
walk, you
go.
take a hike,
Mm-hmm.
and starting in 2020, I have progressively gone harder and longer.
Yep.
Yeah, and a little more equipment, changing things once in a while. And my girlfriend luckily also likes this a lot, so
Good.
we can do a lot of that together. And it's relieving. Your brain starts shutting down. Yeah, and all the stress you have in everyday life, it just disappears after a mere minutes. Yeah. And so the first part is flush this all out of your body, out of your system. And then sometimes I just have ideas, you know, either lyrically or melodies, and I just they stick. And when I get home, when they when the ideas are good, I can still use them. When they're bad, they're gone.
There you go. Well,
Yeah,
at least you retain the good ones.
the good ones should still be there after all. Yeah.
I've had a writer's block for something like 10 months now. And yeah, ouch.
I do know that though.
Unfortunately, some things are happening back home that I won't be able to be there for. We're losing somebody important to the family.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that kind of, I am completely unblocked now. I have a lot to say, I have a lot to write, and
Hmm.
now, like you said, I need that time to go outside. I need that time to clear my mind, and
Totally.
nature is something that energizes, like you said. It's a, take your shoes off, take your socks off, and ground yourself. Put your
Yeah.
feet right there on the
Exactly.
rocks, right there on the earth, in the
Yeah.
water. The water
Yeah.
is my element.
I understand that too. Yeah.
We go to waterfalls. My girlfriend brings me to waterfalls, to rivers, to anywhere around here that she can bring me because she knows that that's where my soul is at peace. That's where
Yeah.
I can heal.
I
So
get that.
I love nature. So we're on that hikes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I probably wouldn't get too far because I'm really out of shape, but I love them. I love going hiking. I
Mhm.
used to, anyways.
It's never too late to get back to it.
Exactly. And there's nice places here. There's nice mountains. There's nice, so it's really nice around here.
Yeah.
Who would be your dream collaboration? If you could collaborate with anybody, dead or alive.
Ah, that's a good one. Uh, one would probably it would kill me, I'm sure, but one would be Dave Mustaine
Okay.
because everybody knows he's hard to deal with. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but about half of the skills I have on my guitar are due to Dave Mustaine's playing since at least Peace Cells. Yeah, and I can never get there. And it's you need to put so much work into this. I know it's impossible for me, but the chops I have, I got from him. So he would be the first choice, and the second choice is um, Sakis from Rotting Christ,
Okay.
because his music shaped me in my early days. You know, it's like the playing, the technique I got from Dave Mustaine, but what I want to play and how atmosphere and melodies are achieved, that's Sakis Tolis from Rotten Christ, definitely. And that would be cool, despite him being a bit out of ideas since a decade or so, which is a shame. But
Well, that's okay.
yeah,
You
it would
have
still be great.
plenty of ideas, so you could.
These two guys.
You have plenty of ideas, so you could be like,
And
"Look,
maybe
listen."
Robert Smith from The Cure would be cool too.
He's like, Marco's taking my one person and building his own band. Here you go. I got my full band now. Let's go.
Can you arrange that?
I mean, I could try, but I'm having a hard time getting anybody with those blue check marks, except a few
Yeah,
people to answer me.
yeah. No, so it
We've
it
been
remains a
trying.
dream. That's
That's
okay.
it. We aspire, we try, we
Yeah,
send messages out. I mean, I have my list, Jelly Roll, Bunny, Tom
yeah.
McDonald. We have a whole
Mhm.
list at the Nexus podcast that we're trying to reach, but they're not taking
Yeah,
the bait yet.
yeah,
So
yeah.
give him a bit of time. They just don't know who we are yet.
Yes. We are all here to grow.
Exactly. You
Yeah,
you never know. You never know one day who you
mhm.
get to talk to, and uh,
Absolutely.
like I always said though, I don't care. You have 100,000 followers, you have 1 million
No.
followers, you have 100 followers. You have a seat right there with me, and we will talk about everything.
Awesome.
I don't see numbers. I see people.
Same here.
People are important. Numbers,
Totally.
we get lost in the numbers game, and then it just drives us to to
Yeah,
to 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 to, to, to be
yeah.
competitive instead of helping each other out.
Totally. Totally.
Do you come
That's
from an
not
art?
healthy.
Do you come from an artistic family, Marco, or?
Totally not. Absolutely not. So it's always a mystery, and there's always the questions coming. So who in your family is it? And I say, I don't know. It's not my parents. It's not my siblings. It's it's just a spirit. A little farther away, I have a cousin who's pretty impressive on guitar. Yeah, but it's few and far between. So no direct lines to it.
All right,
Not at all.
there's a lot of that too. I'm surprised that and
Hmm.
sometimes it's like, no, my whole family is very musical, and
Hmm.
then you turn around to the other person, it's like nobody. Hmm, nobody. Oh,
Yeah.
JT, what's up, JT? JT is Six Scars. So if you
Yeah.
possibly a great
I.
ancestor, or is where you get that shred skills from. Absolutely. It's in the bloodline somewhere. It's just skipped many
Thanks.
generations.
Yeah. What do we know? So maybe it's been 200 years ago. So
Or I was going to ask you,
yeah.
if you could have a superpower, what could it be? Maybe that's your superpower.
Superman. Yeah. Is the
Superman, yeah?
question still there?
Absolutely. What would be your superpower?
I didn't think about that much, but uh, remain healthy for as long as I want.
Ooh, there we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we've while we were talking about hiking and stuff, uh, one should never take that for granted that you can do all this. Yeah, because
Absolutely.
I'm so glad that I'm in the shape of my life. I can do basically what I want in that matter, but neither of us gets younger. Yeah, so sometimes I think maybe it would have been better to start with that 15 years ago when I was like 20. But so the biggest wish I have, call it a wish, doesn't matter. I just want to keep doing this as long as possible, and take care of myself, and make it happen as long as possible. So yeah,
Absolutely. Oh, music has no stop. Music has no expiration.
that's true.
The youngest I've had on the show was 15 years old,
Oh, that's great. Yeah,
and the eldest gentleman I had on the show was 70 years old.
that's even cooler.
Well, that I know of. Some of them
Yeah.
never told me their age, right?
Okay.
So,
Get
I
it.
mean, I'm sure I've had a vampire or two on the show. You never know. And we're looking right now to talk with somebody that would be 13 years old. So it's
Wow.
incredible.
That's
Incredible.
absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Yes, we're trying to set up that interview. That one, that's a pretty cool interview. I
I
like
guess.
talking to the next generation. I
Yeah,
like seeing
totally.
what they're bringing, and
Yeah. Yeah,
The
this is
youngest band was Beheading of the Queen. So if you guys have some time, go check them out. They are crazy good.
noted. Beheading of the queen. Yeah.
The name
Nice.
just sticks to Beheading
Yeah,
of the Queen.
that's nice and hard.
Right. If you
Yeah.
could create your own tour, Marco, who would play
Mhm.
with you? Let's say 5 bands, including Adder's Fork.
5 bands with me. So yeah, obviously The Cure. I would take the '80s version of the Sisters of Mercy because what they are doing today is not the original. Yeah.
It's not the
Um.
same anymore.
Yeah. Um. I would also take a Veratron with me, another Greek black metal band. I don't know if you've heard about them.
Nope.
No,
I'm
it's
gonna check them out.
do that. It's they started at the same time as Rotting Christ, so basically over 30 years ago, and they shaped the whole scene with their
Okay.
music. And I have the greatest respect for what they did because it was the complete opposite to what the Norwegian bands made around that time. They put more melody into it. They put classic heavy metal into this, and strange occult atmospheres. And I still love that, despite having much less extreme metal in my playlist these days. But just for that fact alone, I would like to tour with them. And yeah, probably Megadeth too. Still, yeah. And I'm still missing the fifth, right?
Yeah, well, you're the fifth.
I am the fifth. So yeah, we are good.
So don't forget yourself. You
Yeah, I
gotta play
forgot
with these
myself.
guys.
Oh my god, yeah. No, that sounds good. I'll keep it at that.
Well, let's let people listen to one of your songs. You want to play Memorial Runes first or Yesterday's
Yeah,
Fate?
that's a great introduction. It's the latest, so
All right, so let's play that for you guys.
enjoy.
Make sure that you give Marco Adder's Fork a follow. He is not the Celtic band, guys. Just make
Not the
sure.
one with the snake on the cover.
There you go. And here you go. This is Memorial Runes.
These roads seem plain yet
through silent halls, despite emotive drain. Nothing left of what once was, but the memories remain.
There we go.
Thank you.
I like that. I mean, this was cool, especially that little guitar part. Like everything starts and then you just start shredding on that guitar, that little solo.
Thank you very
JT
much.
says, "I love this flow." JT says, "Tinges of type O in the lower vocals."
I love that. Thank you. That's nice to hear. Nice to
That's,
read.
that was beautiful. Absolutely.
Thank
Uh,
you so much.
JT is a very good friend of mine that I've met through the podcast.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
it's really fun to meet people to get new connections, good structure.
Thank you.
He does everything himself. You do
Yeah,
everything. You lay the drums and everything. Is it computerized or do you have a drum set?
they are computerized,
Yeah,
sadly.
I mean, not sadly. Everybody does their own thing.
Yeah, it's so hard. I do play a little drums. Yeah, I've had an electronic kit, but as long as you are living in a flat, it kills your neighbors. They hate you. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's
I
this.
just I
Yeah,
can't play drums, so I mean, that's why I'm saying there's no shame in that.
no,
Uh,
no,
I
but
can't coordinate my hands and my feet and my that's just too much. But you did everything on this song. You did the bass, the guitar, the
yeah,
vocals, everything.
yeah, yeah.
Really awesome. How long did it
Mhm.
take you to structure, to build, and to make the song?
Um, the building process is not that difficult when the flow is there. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes.
So when the flow is there, it actually can be done in a few days, but it's getting better. But I've been struggling with production for quite a while. You know, having a certain sound quality good enough to showcase it everywhere. Yeah,
Yep.
it's getting better. I'm having better tools for the future, but yeah, the basic structuring is fine, but getting all the parts done is also a certain variety of difficult because it depends on my motivation as well. You know, it's editor's work is an important part of my life, but not all the time, and it's always there, but
Yeah.
the priorities are always switching. Yeah, and I can play the guitar like a freak every day for weeks because I want something done because I want to have it done, and I've had breaks for 3 weeks where I don't touch it because
You
I
have other
should.
things to do.
Yeah, I should, but then I do realize it's kind of a pain in the ass. So it's like if I don't want it at least a bit, leave it there because it might be a point where I sell everything again just because I'm pissed at it. Yeah, so it needs time, but it gets the time. So when I got the flow, it's possible to have 3 or 4 songs ready in a few months. Yeah, I've had that before and it happens, so I'm glad it does happen, but not all the time. So it's hard to pinpoint it exactly, but yeah, the structuring is not
sometimes
the problem.
sometimes it's good to take a little step back and
Yeah,
look around and see what's going
totally.
on. Absolutely.
Yeah, and if you have a
Uh,
part that you have to repeat 20 times and you never get it quite right, it's like, fuck this, drop it. Yeah, I don't drop it, so I leave it there, and maybe for 2 weeks, and when I come back to it, sometimes it just clicks and works. I don't know why, but it happens.
I do the same thing, and that's why I also have very bad ADHD.
Okay. Hmm.
So I work on many projects, many songs at the same time. Look, this started off as the Nexus Podcast, and I said, okay, I need something else. This is not keeping me. So I said I'll start the radio. And
Yeah.
then the radio wasn't enough still, so I started the magazine. and I started a song with JT, and I started
Hmm.
a song with another person, and I started a
Yeah.
song with another person, and then I'm like, oh, now I am fucked.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have all of this to do,
Yeah. I know that. It happens to
and
me.
I have no more time because I also have 3 kids here.
Oh my God. I didn't even know that.
Because it's
My
quiet right
shame.
now because they're all out. They'll be back. You'll hear them as soon as it comes back. I have an almost 3 year old, so that's gonna be.
So yeah,
Um,
lots of respect for keeping all this together.
thank you.
I think I couldn't.
I have an amazing team behind me. Matt, my audio engineer,
Hmm.
Britt takes care of the scheduling, and
Awesome.
Ames, my lifesaver, took half of the interviews away from me to start
Hmm.
doing her own interviews. You can find her on social platforms too, on streaming platforms under Ames for the Stars.
Gotta
If
write
you
that down.
type the NYXUS podcast, you should see mine and you should see hers. It is
Yeah.
the same podcast. It is just she's hosting one. She's in the UK. So
Oh,
usually she would have had you. You slipped through the cracks and ended up on the US side. But hey,
it's all good.
I'm happy to
It's
have
all
you.
good. Me too.
JT
All fine.
says instant subscribe on YouTube. I love the honesty.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's nice to see people that are honest and say sometimes it
Yeah.
doesn't work. It doesn't. And then there's the lucky people that are also honest that just say, "Well, it's just always there for me. I just
Mhm.
have that that drive and the time and the."
Yeah.
So I
No.
mean, more power to you guys that have all the time. I like to sleep too. Maybe if I didn't like to sleep, I'd have more time. But
Yeah.
I
I
like it
can't live with 4 hours.
6 hours. I need my 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need
Yeah.
my 6 hours. But then
Totally.
I'm good.
Yeah. Agreed.
um, a curse is placed on you. You can only listen to one song for the rest of your life. What are we listening to?
This is such an evil question. I've heard that one.
Yes,
One
it is.
song. Oh my God. So it's absolutely clear that every song, no matter how good it is, you will hate it after a few days. Uh, I'm actually a person that does never listen to any song more than twice in a row because
Ooh.
I can't do that.
Oh,
No, I
this
can't.
question is very evil for you then.
Yeah,
It's
this is
very.
extremely evil.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the best song in the world. I try to not
I love
wear
it.
it down too much. Yeah. So I would probably take something funny, maybe the Rick Roll song or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Never gonna get, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is already stupid from the start, so maybe it doesn't hurt as soon. Let's take that one.
Okay. Okay. So far, still no repeat. And Matt's not here, but
Please don't show it now.
Matt, you're gonna listen to this because you're gonna be doing audio stuff and stuff. Still, no Bat Out of Hell.
Yeah, take that one.
Matt keeps saying Bat Out of Hell, Meatloaf. Somebody's gonna say it one day, but nobody's said it so far.
Yeah.
What is it about music that makes you feel passionate? Like,
Sorry, I didn't hear the first part of the question.
what is it about music that makes you passionate? Like, what is it about music that makes you want to do it? That is it something like how it makes you feel? Is it
Makes
because
me
you
passionate.
is it because it makes you feel a certain type of way? Is it because I don't know, you need it to be able to go through your emotions, to regulate the emotions? Like, what is it about music
Mhm.
that makes you come back?
It's the first part. I don't need it to feel, but it certainly expands on it. So if a song hits me at the right spot, it's like an amplifier for certain emotions.
Yeah.
Uh, but these are almost always positive. You know, it's not like I hear some depressive song and then I get depressive myself because I take the best parts of it for me. Yeah, and that gives me an enjoyment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, so it's really just enhancing the good parts, or the good emotions. Usually, if I like a song, it clicks somewhere,
Yep.
and it just pushes it to the front. So today is a good day because I was hiking, and when I was and then I jumped into a lake that was relieving. You know that
Yep. Mhm.
perfectly well.
Mhm.
And after that, I just had a few songs on that just was a fist pumping songs where it just felt like I could yell at everybody, but not angry,
Yep.
not in an angry manner, because I was just it was such a good feeling. I just yell it out of the car, yeah, because they amplified the happiness I already felt, and that is what good music does. Yeah.
Absolutely. The Ziggurat said, "Dream Theater, change of the season, 23-minute song." I mean, that's a good plan too. That's a good plan.
Yeah.
Mine is just to
Yeah.
drive myself crazy with the beautiful voice of Maria Brings screaming whore constantly. The song whore. That's perfect. That would be my
Yeah.
um, anger overdose in the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah. Of course.
He won't be here for long, but thanks for joining us for a little bit. He
Thank
has
you.
his own
Thank you.
interview
Yeah.
tonight. Um,
Oh, cool.
Not with me.
And that's also true. Nothing beats a good scream session. Yeah.
Right? Right? I love that too. I love going out and just letting it out. Yes. Anger overdose. Yeah, you made it.
Yeah.
He
Awesome.
is having his own interview tonight with the local band Smokeout. So after this, after you guys finish this interview, don't leave now. After this, then you could go and see him. Sorry, Anger.
It's always
420.
cool.
Where's it?
Cool to see
420.
familiar names.
Yeah, right. Anger's
Yeah.
all over the place. Everybody
Oh,
knows
yeah.
Anger
Totally.
overdose.
Yeah. Yeah. A real
The
star.
the zombie man. uh, so, how do you think social media changed everything since you've been doing music for a little bit now, at least for over 10 years?
Mhm.
How do you think social
Yeah.
media changed? 9 p.m.
It's a mixed bag. Um, I have a total love and hate relationship towards it. Yeah, because certain things have to be done because otherwise nobody will hear you.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely clear. But I think I never liked the way. Let's talk about Facebook for a second.
Yeah.
How it works. It's like the algorithm is stupid. It's all buggy. You have to constantly put pressure into it. You also and force and power, and it just drains you. Yeah, I have days where I just throw that shit away because it doesn't give me anything.
Yep.
While it does, because without all that stuff, we wouldn't be here talking. Yeah, and we wouldn't know each other to a certain extent, like anger overdose, hi again. Yeah, because we communicate. This is great because it's all over the world, it's all over the place, and my local scene is tiny. You know.
Yeah. Anger said, and then you
Yeah, and
get
you
banned
get
for
banned for
liking too
liking.
many things or
Yeah,
making jokes.
totally. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I I always have the feeling that Zuckerberg himself, he's just not social, not at all. Yeah, and he tries to force everybody into his ways of thinking. Yeah, and I don't agree with that. Yeah,
Well, if
and
we remember what Facebook was made for in the beginning, it was made for
mhm,
college students. It
yeah,
wasn't made for everybody. And then it was open
true.
to everybody. You know what? Bring back MySpace.
Yeah, I just meant to say that. Yeah,
Bring back
you had
MySpace.
you had a page, and the music started, and you could immediately bond with that, or you wouldn't. Yeah, and that didn't force anything on you. Yeah, so that was cool, and I think it was a lot more informative. Yeah, JT
Like
says it right. Yeah,
everybody's on MySpace. And like MySpace, you could code and make your own little fucking thing, make it look all
yeah.
pretty and stuff, and it was so cool.
Now it's
Yes,
kind of like a
the
jail.
top five
It's a
friend
jail.
drama. Oh my God, I'm not in your top favorite friends. And come
Yeah,
on, I
yeah,
bring back
yeah.
MySpace. Facebook
I'm all
is
for it. No,
Facebook,
it's like a jail.
Instagram, and then TikTok.
I'm stopping there. I know I shouldn't. I know I should use TikTok, but I kind of despise it. Yeah, so I don't. I will never earn a living with Adder's Fork, and I don't plan to. It's my stuff. It's my emotions. What I love.
Yeah.
But who cares? You know. Of course, I'm gonna try to find ways to get listeners and stuff like what you're doing here. It's really that's to the heart, and that's amazing, and that reminds me of why I'm doing this in the first place. Yeah, but I won't earn anything with it, and I don't care because I still have a day job, and I know that's part of life for me, and it's okay. Yeah,
TikTok is
totally.
more evil than
And
ancient
TikTok is
unholy
absolutely
gods.
more evil than ancient unholy gods.
Listen, I
Yeah,
started one TikTok,
agree.
and I was like, okay, so how do I get noticed? How do I make followers on this platform? I'm a singer, so I started putting videos of me singing. No.
Mhm.
Um, nice pictures. No. Nothing. And then thirst traps. And I was like, okay, let me try that too. Now. So, I mean, I don't understand TikTok. I have no fucking clue
I
how
have
to
a
do it.
big delay right now. I hope
Yeah.
you're better now.
You're frozen with your can, but I can hear you.
Sorry?
You're froze. There you go. You're coming back. Anger said AOD don't make money either, man. AOD costs a lot.
Now it works.
JT says you can be really good at one or two platforms. Pick the one you use the most and be a part of.
Okay, Melanie, I don't hear you right now.
You can't hear me? I hear him. Can you hear me now?
Yeah?
There we go. There's just a
Are
little
you back
lag.
with me?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
there. I'm there. Thank you.
Yeah, it happens.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Okay. Now, so
AOD
TikTok is the devil, and I try to avoid it.
AOD said, I don't make money either, man. AOD costs a lot. You can be really good at one or two platforms. Pick the ones you want the most.
Yeah.
Use the
Yeah,
most.
totally.
Zigrat said, all social media is countless. Artists screaming into the voice.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah,
But what do
totally.
we do? We keep, you know,
We are
keep
a lot.
trying.
We are
We
a
keep-
lot. Yeah.
I focused on Facebook. But also, like I told everybody, you can't focus and then don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't if Facebook closes tomorrow,
Yeah.
if my profile decides to, that's why everybody's like, oh, should I censor myself? And I'm like, no, say what you want to say. What
Totally.
happens? They'll take my profile down. I'll make a new one.
Yeah.
This is not forever. This is not, you know what I mean? Now I'm trying to build my YouTube. So if you guys are listening and you're not following us on YouTube, could you please go hit that follow button? It would be appreciated.
Hit.
Yeah.
I
We're try-
insist.
I'm trying to build the YouTube now. That's
Yeah.
where I'm going to go. You know, when I was a kid, I had a dream of having that plaque. You know, after so many views, after so many YouTube gives, I want my YouTube thing.
Yeah.
That's my goal
The
now.
badge.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Keep
everybody
going.
wants to be on Spotify. Everybody wants to monetize. I just want
Yeah.
my YouTube.
Yeah, totally. Get you.
Ziggurat says, keep screaming. Absolutely. Well, while we have you guys here, let's go and take a little moment and listen to Adder's Fork's second song, which is yesterday's favorite.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back and we'll talk a bit about both songs because I know you wanted to talk lyrics a little bit and stuff. So we'll come back and we'll talk about the songs.
Perfect. Thanks.
See, always like the video, guys. Come on.
I'm waiting for someone to take me home. Make me whole again. Thank you.
So much different from the first song, right?
That's why I chose it.
Yes, it was beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you. And I have to admit something because we were talking about other band members before. I told you about the friend who does bass parts for me sometimes. That's the only song where we switched it around, and I'm responsible for the bass all the way through. And he did the clean parts in the last third, which I love to this day. They are great. You know, he's a great friend who always says, "I'm not able to do shit. I suck." You know, that kind of guy.
Yeah.
And he clearly does not. Yeah, and he says his ideas are not worthy.
Uh-huh.
They are.
Right, right. But there's a lot, unfortunately, in the music world, a lot of us are like that. Oh, I'm not good. Oh, this is not
Yeah.
good enough. I'm looking
Yeah.
at you,
Yeah.
Zorn. You know, like we all say it, and even me, I'm guilty of it.
Yeah,
We're all
it
guilty of that
happens,
at one
yes.
point. Yeah. And
But not all the time.
we gotta get that out of our heads, like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously people are listening to us, so, you know, people are listening to you. So, I mean, we must be doing something good for at least a few people.
Something must click somewhere.
That
Yeah,
exactly. So keep doing what you're doing for the people that want to listen.
exactly.
See?
That's the spirit. Yeah.
I suck.
Yeah. You don't, and
Yeah,
I know it.
pizza. You suck pizza.
I do too.
Everybody loves pizza,
Yeah. So if you don't, you're crazy.
right?
Oh,
What's the
absolutely.
plan? What's the plan for the coming months?
Well, I could say something big, the usual thing, but actually, yeah, I'm working on a full album,
Oh,
which
very
I
nice.
haven't done for several years, and probably going to be 8 or 9 songs, and at least half of them are so close to the heart that I can sincerely say that this is going to be the best shit I've done this far. Yeah, so something happening that's gonna be cool. I'm trying to bring all the mountain stuff a bit more into it, even lyrically. Yeah, I know I'm
Okay.
a freak, but that's fine. Because the backdrop you saw on the first video clip from Memorial Rooms was all filmed by me. That's all my stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I mean the Snowy Mountain, that was the greatest tour I ever made, and I'm trying to shoot a music video up there and mix some cool stuff in. So stay tuned is what we're gonna say here, right?
Absolutely. Stay tuned because we
Yeah,
can't talk about it too much because it's not done yet.
yeah, but
If you guys haven't seen, the first song we played was Memorial Ruins. Go see it. You'll see the mountain he's talking about.
yeah,
You'll see if you only caught the second song. Also, the first one is completely sounds completely different. So,
yeah. So
do you got anybody that you'd like to mention? Here is your chance. Anybody you want to shout out? Somebody that's been an inspiration to you?
well, talking about social media,
Yep.
it's obviously Vox and Sticks. Everybody knows them. Everybody knows Christina, and if it wasn't for that group, I wouldn't be here doing this with you, because that's how the whirlwind started. Yeah. So special thanks to them. Um, and of course, Pizza Man Anger Overdose. He's everywhere, as you said. But generally, these communities where we are in here, that's it's like a secluded island. That's I as I said, I don't like most social media, and these groups and the ones you're managing, all these around us, they are great. And so the my shout out goes out to these groups altogether, because I'm having conversations, I'm laughing while being in social media, which is rare. Yeah, so yeah, you guys are all cool, and everybody who's watching this, and everybody who's having connections with these ties, you're all great.
Absolutely. I've met Vox and Sticks when they were Vox and Sticks, when they were only doing music. And
Oh, that
then
early.
they
Mm-hmm.
started their journey and they
Hmm.
started Vox and Guest. And I was like, okay, okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. So, and also I have Mike Stover that I have to shout out because Mike is a gem. Mike has his own show, a music show on my radio and on another radio.
Hmm.
So you guys can always check him out to send him your music. I have my buddy Robert Rosenthal from Concert Junkies, John and Rob.
Hmm.
Please, please go check him out on YouTube, give him a follow, and send him a message. He's looking for people right now for interviews.
Awesome.
So if you guys want an interview with Rob, he is always available. Stover is pimp. Fuck yeah.
Right, right. I just wrote him down.
Facts. The community is why I'm still doing
Yeah,
this. Made lots of friends and heard tons of great
totally,
new music.
totally.
Absolutely. My podcast was really quiet when I started. It was
Hmm.
supposed to be one episode a month. We're far from that right now.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
January passed, February passed, and I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden, March hit, and this is where I hit. I don't know if you know the band Sepsis. Sepsis
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
big band,
Hmm. Hmm.
the big band in the community. And I hit one of
Totally.
their posts, and they were like, "Hey guys, let's make a community post and help each other out." And I
Hmm.
just started following a bunch of bands,
Yeah,
and the band started following me, seeing what I was doing, and then it
totally.
all came in at the same time. All the
Hmm.
submissions, all the in about 2 weeks, we were already booked till like summer.
Yeah,
This community is amazing.
totally.
I couldn't do what I'm doing without you guys. So I mean, you guys have my heart. You guys are fucking amazing. Now
Same,
for me
same.
to get to be a millionaire so I can buy all the merch. That's what I want. JT wants
Yeah,
to know any
yeah,
black metal influence. I feel there's a heaviness to the lyrics.
yeah. Surely. Yeah. I mean, many of my lyrics are personal. Not everything, not all. So this is also one why I chose these two songs, because the Memorial Rooms one is has personal lyrics, because it's about a man who travels back to his past to see how he connects, and he does not at all. Yeah, and I dive deep into my early days, which were not very happy, as I said, and I'm a very well-rounded, happy person these days. I can say that, and I'm glad about that. But I wouldn't feel it that way if I didn't know what happened in those early days. I will never forget that. I don't want to forget that, and I will continue working with these things because that's something that will never lose importance. I'm over this, and I'm glad I'm over this. Yeah, but I shall not forget. Yeah.
Um, Too many at the same time. JD said facts. Anger said it was a crazy rise for the community. Ain't seen nothing like it since
No,
either.
absolutely not. Yeah.
You felt facts wrong.
He did.
Anger. You did.
Yeah.
When'd you start making music? When'd you start? Like, what was your first instrument?
It was the guitar.
Okay.
And there was when I was like 13 and 14 and totally into new metal, like so many people that started out with heavy music, like Korn and Clawfinger and what else did we have? I never liked Linkin Park, I have to admit, never. But
Really?
that's okay. Yeah.
Whoa,
But no, it never clicked with me. Never.
Okay.
I, yeah,
I mean,
I was
that's all
totally
good. I'll shock
alone with
people
that,
too.
you know.
Oh, I'll shock people too. I don't like the Beatles. I mean, you know what I mean? To each their own. I don't like Star Wars.
Me
There you
neither.
go, guys. Hate me.
They're important. I don't like Star Wars either.
Yes! Somebody on my side.
I
Oh
said
my
it
god.
loudly.
Anger Overdose says corn, Limp Biscuit. Yes, yes.
Yeah. But Korn was the greatest, and I thought I had no idea. You know, I was 13 and didn't know much about it. I thought if I bought a guitar, any electric guitar, I could just play Blind by Korn. And I bought a cheapo Stratocaster copy with standard tuning because I had no idea about tunings. And then I threw it against the wall because I thought it was shit. It doesn't sound like Blind. And then I stopped for another year before I realized, oh my god, there's some important information you have to read about before you can actually start practicing such songs.
Right. JT said, unpopular opinion, not a Megadeth fan. We all got different views.
It's all
You know
fine.
what? Tonight,
I
a
get
new question was bored. Unpopular
Yeah.
opinion. What band do you
I totally get that.
Mm-hmm. What band
Because
is a no-no?
requires it.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, the voice.
During
Yeah, it's
during
the voice.
during Adder's Forks interview, guys, you've made history, sir. We now have a new question that was bored. Anger said, "I ain't getting canceled, Mel."
Yeah.
JT said, Anger said to JT, lots of people hate on them. His voice is
Yeah.
nasal as fuck, but his skills are not debatable.
That's the most obvious flaw. Mustaine's voice is a flaw. Yeah, you have to learn how to live with it. He got better later on, and nowadays he's absolutely horrible. It's just like blah, 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 all the time. So it's.
I mean,
but
it's
the skill is
true.
there. The skill is there. Yeah.
We all have our opinions. We all have what's fun is when you can actually sit down and talk about it and banter about it like that and be like, oh, really? You don't like them? Well, I don't like them. And then somebody's like, how? You know? It sounds like he's taking a shit during sweating bullets, and I love it.
I like that one. Yeah.
No hate though. Dude's a genius and a beast on guitar. Exactly.
Absolutely.
There's no hate. It's just it doesn't tickle us. It's not something that's, like you can't deny how Chester was an amazing vocalist,
Yes.
and
Absolutely.
it just didn't
It didn't click with me. It didn't.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
nothing to hate anybody about. But
No.
see, I took the heat off of you right away when I said, I don't like Star Wars.
Thank you.
You didn't have to follow me. The Anger said he agrees with you on Lincoln.
Thank you. At
Oops.
least one.
Canceled.
Oh shit.
We're not
God damn it.
canceling anybody. You guys
No.
you're allowed to have your opinion. I mean,
Yeah, but that's how it started. I tried to play like them. I couldn't
Yep.
because I had no idea. But yeah, it took 1 or 2 years and a little more broadening of musical horizons to finally find out what to do. So let's say it was 15. That's better.
a lot of people think they could just pick up a guitar, and some people can. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna. Some people can actually just pick up a guitar and start playing,
Mhm.
and you're like, "What the fuck happened?" Anger said, "I like them with STP. I love STP."
That's actually the abbreviation for my hometown here, STP.
Is it?
Yeah. That's a shout out, yeah, STP.
There you go. Shout out to the hometown. Marco is safe. I'm eating the zombie man out back, though. Them fighting words. Uh-oh. Here we go. Guys, don't fight out back. Let's make it all live, and let's have a matchup. 6 scars against anger overdose. Ooh. Let's have a track battle. That would be even better. If you
Many
guys could put
visitors.
that into music.
Yeah.
I mean, yep, that would be... Let's fucking go, he says.
Stop rigging and hijacking my interview.
If money wasn't a factor, Marco, what would you be doing?
Whoa. Well, that's the cool thing. It's mostly the same things. Yeah, maybe some more traveling and staying longer. Yeah, but I'm doing a lot of these things I would like to do these days. So yeah. That's why I said I'm happy. I am. Yeah, because most things work out. And yeah, but yeah, of course it would be cool to fly away for 2 months for free without caring. Sure.
Right?
Yeah, but well, realistically, it's a week or two, and then I come back and have other things that enrich my life. So it's fine. It's actually pretty cool the way it is.
There you go. Who's been one of your most important professional, let's say, musical mentor?
You mean someone who I directly had contact with, or?
It doesn't have to be.
Okay, because I can basically give you some of the same answers. Yeah, with the mentoring, it is Dave Mustaine, it is Sakis Tolis from Rotten Christ, no questions about that. Personally, I didn't have much outside influence in creating music myself. So because my friends, my whole, now I'm finally forgetting a word in English.
Oh,
my surroundings.
after an hour and 7 minutes. After an hour and 7 minutes. Come on.
Great.
You did good,
That's
Marco.
the surroundings. Thanks. My surroundings in my teens were anti-musical, mostly.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had the music, again, Megadeth and so on and so forth, but I tried to learn and study most of it myself. The bad parts in my playing are me, and the better parts are me. Of course, there are influences, no matter that's of course true, but I never thought I had much of mentoring. I just did it my way, for good and for bad. Yeah.
Where do you find inspiration?
Oh, I think we're having a lag again.
Yeah, we got
Could
a
it
little
be?
lag going on. Yep. We'll just wait. It'll settle back down. Mechanic, eh?
You hear me, Melanie?
Yeah, I can hear you. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think we're back. It works,
There
right?
we go. Yep, we're back.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
We just have to wait and
Okay.
it settles back in. Mechanic A
Yes.
said, You have a better English than me, and I've been speaking my whole life.
Oh my god, I'm blushing. Thanks. And
Zook is mad again. I know. We
always.
keep shaking Facebook, and he's like, "Hey, stop talking about
Uh,
me."
what was the question? I didn't hear it properly.
Uh, don't I? I'm gonna switch questions because I don't even remember what questions I asked you. ADHD brain. You're
Yeah, no
welcome.
worries, no worries.
How do you define success as an artist?
Expressing yourself the way you want to. Simple as that. No matter the money, no matter the naysayers, just strike right through the way you want it. That's the only way.
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
Hmm.
Do you want to talk about your songs a little bit? I know you man. He said, "My man, good answer."
Yeah.
I know you wanted to talk a bit about your lyrics. So
Hmm.
before I ask you the Nix's question, um, let's talk about your lyrics.
Hmm.
Memorial runes.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Well, that's the one that has a lot to do with my past. You know, it's like it's actually. I think it came in a dream. You
Okay.
know, these dreams where you move to former places. You know,
Yep.
where um I don't even why I wouldn't even want it, but I just was there, and it felt like that everything that could have been a possible good memory from these ancient times was simply absent. You know, it was just it was like barren wasteland. You know,
Okay. Yep.
you come there and you realize, okay, you're trying to reconnect with the past, but there's nothing to reconnect to because uh, you became you came to be your own self after that phase, after that time. You know, it's like I felt like I was thrown back a few years, maybe even a decade, yeah, before I moved from that place. Yeah, and it just took longer to heal these wounds and finally appreciate that you are actually that you're having your own worth. I mean, I'm sure that many of you know that because it's a musician's thing. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
personal bad experience. Yeah, and that's what Memorial Runes is actually about. You know, like traveling there, trying to find something that helps you heal, but it's not there because it was hostile. It has always been a hostile place. Yeah, so my lyrics are can be quite dark, but there's many times there's a glimmer of hope somewhere in buried in between these lines. Yeah.
Absolutely. And what
Yeah.
about yesterday's favorite? I
Uh,
really like that one. I like the
thanks.
ballad. I
Thanks.
really like that one.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. I'm trying to go there again in a different way, but yeah, it's different. Well, that's pretty simple. There's not so many lyrics in there. Um, this is basically a story I had in mind about a clown. That's those sampling noises you hear in the start. Just like I had the imagination of a circus
Yep.
that has been abandoned. It's like a rusty door that
Yep.
opens. Yeah, and the clown is the only one there, and he realizes that all he lived for is gone because nobody gives a fuck about him any longer. You know, it's like it's not funny anymore. He's old, he's weathered, and there's no more spark. Yeah,
Yep.
and that's not one of these songs with a glimmer of hope because yeah, that's it's a sad reality, and I think that's something that has to do with a certain call it fear of aging. It's not like that's the personal part in there. I'm not afraid of getting older, but I'm afraid of not being able to do what I love later on. Yeah, that's the thing. Everybody has that to some extent. Yeah, but
It's a very you could feel it. The song has a turmoil. The
yeah.
song has it has a depth in it. Anger says, "Ooh, I like circuses." Yeah, I know. We know you like circuses, but no, the song has a depth about it. The lyrics, the music, it feels not sad like I want to cry sad.
No.
Like just like heavy, but not in a bad way. It's just you could tell that it's not a happy song. It's
It's not happy, but he lives with the fact that he can't change.
that's it. That's it.
It's done and out. Yeah.
JT's got a question for you.
Yeah.
What was the individualist inspired by? I really dig that track.
Thank you once again. That's inspired by a story I thought about, of people I had seen. Those people that think they are absolutely above others, and they are like totally inspirational and original, and just a few steps ahead above everybody else. And it's just not true, because it's are trend hoppers. It's more about that. Like, he thinks, okay, good, I got this, I got that, I'm better than you, I'm individual, yeah. I'm not like you, I'm better, yeah. And the music video shows that he's not.
There you
Yeah.
go. It's nice. See, people are going over there listening to your songs to come, and JT's doing his little homework over there. JT, you try
Yeah,
to
I
you,
love that. Thank
you
you.
try to come sit next to me and co-host. I mean, hit me up. Come co-host anytime you want. Like that Britney girl who don't call, or
Yeah.
the other zombie. I'm still trying with Rob Zombie and Britney. I'm still trying. Rob, there you go. See, I
Hmm.
tried again, but I don't know, I think it's broken. Me and Brittany can't communicate right now. These guys, I mean, anger overdose is always here. JT's
Yeah.
here as much as as he can be. It's so nice to have these guys come in and
Awesome.
support
Yeah.
Mechanic
Reliable
A.
guys. Yeah.
I mean, they're family. This is
No, you're
becoming
not moving on. I can read that.
this it's becoming a nice little family. It's
Yeah, totally. It's
Well,
great.
we're coming towards the end of the episode, but before we go, I want to know where we can find you on social media.
Well, you can find me on Facebook. Yeah. Just smash in Editors Fork. The first one you'll find is me.
The
The
one that
one
has
from
the
Austria.
most followers. Shh. No, the one from Austria, because if you don't,
Yeah.
you're going to go into Celtic music.
Yes, that's the one. You can also find me on SoundCloud. I'm not
Yes.
very active there, but of course I drop my music there as well on release day. YouTube is important to me, like it's for you.
There we go. So we follow others on YouTube. Yes, the chicken
Yeah.
nugget is in the room, guys. Told you you'd hear him by the end of the
Yeah,
episode.
yeah, I can hear it too. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So, SoundCloud, Facebook,
SoundCloud, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Yeah, I probably don't use it like I should. It's a necessary evil, but yeah, I'm there too. And
So
if you want support,
the best place to see you put updates would be where? Facebook?
it's still Facebook. Yeah,
All right. All right. So
totally.
make sure
And
you follow
the
him
YouTube
on
channel.
Facebook.
Yeah, the YouTube channel is important as well. Facebook, YouTube. Um, yeah, it's like I spread my music everywhere, but we all do. But there are certain preferences we got, and it's Facebook and YouTube. Yeah,
Absolutely. Do you have Bandcamp?
I forgot that one. Oh my God, that's
I am
important
asking.
too.
I am
Thank
asking
you.
because we
Yes.
are Friday.
Bandcamp. Yeah.
Friday, all the money that you spend on Bandcamp goes directly in the
Yes.
artist's pockets.
That's great. That's absolutely cool, and I'm there regularly. Yeah, of course. Oh my God, I forgot Bandcamp.
So you guys make sure. I think that's the way we can right now to go. Yes, you do anger. You do need to do that because I think that's going to be our exit from the
Yeah.
streaming platforms, from them taking
Yeah.
so much money out of
Yeah.
people's pockets and giving you guys what point zero
Yeah.
4 cents or something like
Yeah.
that. Some stupid. I think there's more zeros than that actually.
There
Guys.
there are more, but I don't know exactly. I'm still not there, because on top of that absolute lack of funding there, Austria has weird laws where where they're really strict. We have to pay so much taxes for this. That's why I'm still
Wow.
kind of scared to go there. And the recent, I think it costs more now, right? There was something. I think
Listen,
everybody has to pay more even for Spotify and stuff.
if you want
Yeah.
to listen to Spotify now, I think it's $11 a month.
Yeah.
I think a million streams is less than 5K on Spotify.
Mhm.
1069.
Oh, 1069. I just got the confirmation for the US price. See, if we look here, royalties are revenues you make as an artist from someone streaming your music. As of May 2022, Spotify pays artists between 0.003 to 0.005 per stream on average.
Oh my God.
So this works out that Spotify, they say that 70% to the artist and 30% to Spotify. I don't see those numbers
Mm.
like they see them.
Not at all.
Spotify is banking, putting money. So I think
Yeah.
Bandcamp, I think we should start pushing that. I think this is the the
Totally.
motion we should start doing right now is to boycott, because we can listen to music on Bandcamp for free.
We can, and I still print CDs.
You still
I should say that.
There we go. Absolutely, CDs
Yeah.
are really cool to have. I have a bunch. I have a few of them here from bands
Yeah.
that I've been talking to, and but I think Bandcamp is just gonna be our way out instead
Yeah.
of paying the streaming platforms.
Totally.
I mean, who was I talking to yesterday? 2 days ago, Seed. Seed's new album is $8. How much is your album on Bandcamp, Marco? Do you know?
It's currently I actually give them away. Yeah. I've done that for a while. I'm probably not gonna do this forever, but I've had some great responses from people in Europe. Yeah, just pay the shipping cost and everything's fine. I've also sent some to the US, but it takes ages. Yeah. But if anybody is sincere of having Editors Fork material in physical form, you can contact me and we can work something out. I'm
I'll,
still not charging for those I have.
I'll make sure to message you because I would love to have a signed copy. That would be awesome. But on Bandcamp, how
Surely.
much do you charge for the album on Bandcamp?
It's actually still I don't charge anything
See,
right now.
okay, so let's go. JT says Def wants a CD. So let's
Yeah,
go
let
back.
me know. Send me a
Absolutely.
message.
Send them messages and let's set it up. Free. See?
Currently, yeah.
If
Yeah.
you look at other people, Seed, $8. So for $8 you could get an album, buy it on a Friday, everything goes to the artist directly,
Yeah.
and I mean all artists on Bandcamp are, it's time to change. Fuck mainstream. Let's all go to Bandcamp.
Yeah.
There
And
you
one
go.
thing I would like to add to the
Yeah.
free model I got. This has a lot to do with the taxation thing here in Austria as well, because if I sell just a tiny bit too much, everything changes. You know,
Yep.
and then suddenly I'm a company with certain restrictions and have to pay this or that, and I'm still not over that. I still want to sit down and think of what to do with all this, but it's so much, law stuff. Yeah. It's not, it's important for me that people hear my music right now.
I understand that.
Yeah.
A day that occurs, the first. Okay, it's only the first.
Yeah,
Good
he's
Banger.
right. He's right.
Only the
Yeah.
first Friday of every month. So I mean,
Yeah.
keep your money in your piggy bank till the first Friday of every month,
Yeah.
and then it
But
goes to the artist.
it's been there since 2020, I think, or 21. So that's pretty cool. They kept
They've
that
been
going.
doing that for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole taxation thing and stuff, it is also why I don't charge. I have a brand new online magazine. It is
Mm-hmm.
free. I don't charge. I don't. We take donations. That's
Yeah.
the magic word.
Yeah.
Donations.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we don't charge people because we're not a company. I'm not gonna start paying taxes. I'm building a tiny little empire, slowly.
Yeah. That takes
slowly.
time.
I think it's a good idea for free. Get a good
Yeah.
audience. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I don't see. I mean, we shouldn't gatekeep music with money.
No.
I love the idea of just getting the music out to have. Yes,
Yeah, and
absolutely.
I've had fans buy
Hmm.
CDs like that, and I told them, yeah, well, shipping is €10, yeah, which is like $10,
Yep.
and then they sent me 25. I said, what's that for? That's for you because I want you to have it. And okay, awesome, yeah, that's absolutely awesome, yeah. But I would never
Donation.
say, yeah, I would never say, okay, give me tip, hand
No,
over some tip money. No, but if they do that on their own will, that's pretty fucking cool.
absolutely, because it's
Absolutely.
expensive. All the
Yeah.
equipment, everything,
Yeah.
and everything gets really expensive. So it's nice to have people supporting.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's absolutely nice to have people supporting. All
Yeah.
right. So it is time for the Nexus questions before I let you go.
Yeah.
We ask this question to everybody at every episode because we believe that mental health is something that's very important. And often, if we could get a chance to speak to a younger us, maybe we could tell something to ourselves to make it better, to help
Hmm.
us go through some stuff. So, your
Yeah.
turn. If you had a chance to sit with little Marco, what would you tell yourself?
Mm, that's a good one. Uh, I would tell young Marco that he should not try to rely on anybody else on making things better, because that was, that was the deal. I was trying to get help from people uh, that actually didn't or could not back in the day. And if I had started, um, hard to say, if I had started earlier to just make steps on my own, yeah, it would have been easier and quicker to get to where I'm now. But no regrets. It's all good. But it would have been sooner.
Never, never any regret. The
Yeah.
question is important. We ask the question
Yeah.
because you never know who could be listening, that
Yeah.
your answer could change their mindset, change their. Um, you never know when somebody can relate to something. So
Totally.
it's always an
Cool.
important
Cool.
question.
Yeah.
Well, Marco, thank you so much for being with us tonight.
I
Please
thank
let us
you.
know when you have your album out so we can listen, so we can help you promote it, get you
Yeah.
some ears on it. I know JT's going to be checking it out. Mechanic A's still here.
Thank you so much.
I mean, make sure you follow each other, guys, on
Yeah.
at least
True.
on YouTube and Facebook, because
Yeah.
that's what we were talking about
Yeah.
today.
True. That's the
Uh,
main ones. Yeah.
but find your platforms and work hard. Don't get discouraged because of the numbers. You never know when that one person that you need that person to listen to you is going to be there. So
Right.
don't look at those numbers. Just keep doing
Yeah.
what you're doing.
Good advice for everybody in the end. Yeah.
Mechanic is
Yeah.
going to go
I'm gonna
subscribe to.
get back to you right afterwards because now, I've got that caffeine inside me so I can stay up a little more.
Yep, now he's not going to bed right away. It is
No.
1:30 in the morning for him, though.
Yeah, but all good.
Already sitting in the studio, so
Yeah, maybe magic is happening soon.
we never know. Marco, thank you
Yeah,
so much for being here tonight
I
with
thank
me.
you.
Um,
It was
like I
great.
said, anything you just let us know, and we are here to help. Guys that were here tonight, as always, much appreciated.
Yes,
Uh,
thank
the
you,
li-
everybody.
the live shows would not be the same without a live audience.
Yeah. No, that's freaking cool. Absolutely. Thank
All
you
right.
all.
So thank you guys for being here with me for another Nixus podcast. I was supposed to go back live at 8 o'clock, but I did not get confirmation from the band tonight. So I will see you guys on Monday because I have the weekend off. But I'll be
Watch the
working
show.
on the magazine.
Watch the
Absolutely.
show.
Keep watching this one, just over and over.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, guys. Have a good
Thank
day.
you as well. Good
Bye.
night. Bye.